But I'm going to enter form. Forgive me, but I'm going to read someone else's poem as we enter form through Rilke's Sonnets to Orpheus, Section 2, Sonnet 4. This is the animal that never was. They don't know and loved him anyway. His bearing, his neck, the way he moved, the light in his quiet eyes. True, he didn't exist, but because they loved him, he became a real animal. They made space for him, and in that clear, uncluttered space, he lifted his head and hardly needed to exist. They fed him, not with grain, but ever with the chance that he could be. And that so strengthened him that from within he grew a horn. All white, he drew near to a virgin and found himself in a silver mirror and in her. Fallen caryatid carrying her stone, after Auguste Rodin's sculpture of the same title, a sonnet. They think I simply bear the weight of courtyard talk like any good girl with silence. I have long seen them looking at my burnished body in its fixed contortion, only to claim it a pose of pity, a girl taken down by a block of stone. I do not open my eyes, I alone know the reason for infinite sitting. What happens when you listen to a stone for a Bronze Age? You finally make out its language. Each weighty measure and tone so paradoxically soft. What's unknown is that I'm poised to stand and shout that I have found my name, that I am home. Barnacle. What's funny is this poem seems to want to be read in a British accent, so if I break into accent, it's just, for some reason, this poem wants to dance that way. This is also a sonnet after Craig Arnold's Hermit Crab. Queer, or a circus performer, I live upside down inside my crinkled shell with both male and female within. I sup on the plankton my feathery feet coax. Did I tell you I have no heart? But court rhythm still in my filament-footed hip-hop dance for food. I have a single eye that sorts through dark and light. I like the tops of things. Yes, I would say this is my way. They say I'm sessile, which means immobile, which is true. When I find the right place, I stay. I keep my topsy-turvy softness sealed to rock or whale skin. I don't think to leave. Yet I have wondered, without a heart, why I grieve. This one's called The Road, after Genevieve Hubbard's painting of the same title, Mixed Media on Wood, 2010, a Curdle sonnet, which is a sonnet curtailed. Candle and rib, cage holding what you meant, bubble, gurgle, bubble, we enter and slip between ribbed constraint. An upturned claw or subtle ribs for Eve, yes, or labyrinth rent like black silk, a guttural loneliness undressed, unutterable. And this is called The Fog, a ghazal, after Genevieve Hubbard's painting of the same title, Mixed Media on Wood, 2011. This was the place where the heavenly body arises, like mercy in a koan song, and they brought me their comfort, and later they brought me this song. I rode through clouds for some time, a good part of the summer. No life jacket under the seat, there was only song. Love was that way, and I was the non sequitur, daring to unfollow clasping logic, each song its own. I did not ask to understand. I did not ask about safety or endings. I did not know endings, only the beginning of songs. And each song spoke of love as a slip of fog over the eyebrow, the water of Narcissus, cool hands like labyrinths, resounding song. If I have to learn safety, I can learn it later, when the haze lifts, when I realize I am lost. Then I will look for the song of the flight attendant, exits at rear and side doors. Then I will pull down the oxygen mask, breathing, panting my song. Spring stones, a pantouf. Her pain was so purple the daughters cried, and father fell white like blossoming plum. She bloomed thistle from an organ that a wetland wouldn't waltz. And father fell white like blossoming plum into tumble that forced bend and snap that a wetland wouldn't waltz. We climbed through the forsythia for help. Into a tumble that forced bend and snap, she coiled her belly and whimpered distress. We climbed through the forsythia for help to green grass doctor and hyacinth nurse. She coiled her belly and whimpered distress, calling for opium's cloud and thunder to green grass doctor and hyacinth nurse. They pulled the weed and planted daffodils, calling for opium's cloud and thunder. She bloomed thistle from an organ. They pulled the weed and planted daffodils, her piece so pointed, the daughters cried. And just two more. This one's called A Narrow Passage, Mixed Media on Wood by Genevieve Hubbard's painting of the same name, 2010. This is a triolet. In her are crows stuffed like black batting, wing against wing, graphite souls. In her are crows. I ask for something to know, she offers scratching. In her, the crows are stuffed like black batting. At the hinge, she reveals ink blood and circular veins, blotted, brushed, sealed. At the hinge, she's revealed. I ask for something to feel. She offers stained hinges that reveal ink blood and circular veins. Finally, I find you where grasping softens. I do not know my way through. Finally, I find you. You ask for something true, I offer silence. Finally, finding you, the grasping softens. And then this last one is a cut-up from Prince's song, When Doves Cry, which is in itself a form. It's entitled When Doves Cry. I've literally just cut up the whole thing and put it back together. And if Prince saw it, I don't know, he'd probably, who knows what he'd do. When doves cry, darling, I am tremble and kiss heat, curious ocean bloom. My cold poses between dream and courtyard feel mother bold. The standing world is violet, scream demanding, the father too. You strike, dig, cover, darling, touch if you will my stomach, and picture butterflies. Don't make me satisfy the animal body alone. Thank you.